National Guardsmen at airports amid a spike in the CV-19 cases. Yeah, of course. You know, they're going to use this. It's going to get really, really apparent how serious they are making this, how much they want people to be at each other's throat. If you do not believe in this and you do not want their vax, they want everybody coming out to get us. I'm going to show you a couple clips, video clips of just some news down in New Orleans that I saw.
You know, like me, there was a gathering on Decatur Street this Saturday that was not permitted, not allowed, not authorized, not coordinated at all by the city of New Orleans. Prior to this event on Saturday, I received a little email from a resident tipping me off about what could come to the city of New Orleans, like what we saw in other cities, Miami, Portland, Seattle, many of the cities throughout. After receiving that, passing it on to my team, we did our due diligence of assuring, okay, reaching out to the organizers, letting them know, hey, not in the city of New Orleans. Our guidelines do not permit it, do not organize, do not come. We learned at that particular time there was a focus on Waldenberg Park, even the Washington Artillery, and we reached out to Audubon in terms of leadership there, putting them on notice about what we were also hearing and being proactive to prevent in our city. After such, we asked that it be put in writing, right prior to the weekend. Long story short, the organizers were given a directive from the city of New Orleans that it would not be permitted. The city, again, as I mentioned, contacted those organizers, and the organizers used the pretense of religion to hold this event with other motives. And that simply was not right. The organizer has attempted to make this name for himself by putting communities in danger and denying personal responsibility in other cities that I mentioned a short minute ago. You know, I thought about Pastor Barry Hill and one of our directors here in city government who reminded me of Romans 13:1-2, which reads, the Bible says, let everyone be subject to the governing authorities. But we must always balance protecting constitutional rights and the freedom of expression with public safety concerns. And so while this was under the guise of a religious activity or an event, we know that it put our people in danger. And as a result, the New Orleans Police Department had to treat it as such, meaning a protest, something under the guise, again, of religion, and we had to make sure, again, that we responded accordingly. Due to the size of this unpermitted event, the NOPD had to take action to block off traffic in the area and, of course, de-escalate any events as we knew what happened in other cities. They did so, again, in the best interest of public safety. Neither the NOPD nor the city in any way will condone or support this reckless behavior, irresponsible behavior in our city. The images circulating online, and when I got it, I was furious. But I have to say, the reactions from the public, meaning our residents, we were aligned. We were all upset about it. And I appreciate that response from our people because you all, the public, our residents, have been doing what's necessary to curb this pandemic in our community, meaning the surge, bringing it down. We've been leading the state of Louisiana. We have been leaders in this country as it relates to combating this coronavirus. And we want to continue to remain on that path to progress for our community. So I'm very upset about what happened in our city. And Lauren Daigle, I understand, was a part of that. A Louisiana native, someone that we know we all love the music, but I have to say very disappointed in the actions there. knowingly how hard the city of New Orleans have worked. And it means everybody in this city making sure that we are the safest place to live and also to visit. So I had to make that public statement about it.
And you can just hear it. You listen to their wording, what they're talking about. I mean, the mandatory vax is coming. I mean, I'm telling you, it's here. So we have to prepare now and get this information out now. It says the new entry rules that Cuomo announced last week require people traveling to New York to provide a negative CB test before entering, and then taking another one 4 days after they arrive. New Yorkers who return from traveling within 24 hours of leaving New York only have to take a test after re-entry, not before. Travelers who fail to comply must quarantine for 2 weeks. And if they don't, what are they going to do, right? Well, they're coming after you. We know this, okay? It's happening in many, many areas. If you do not follow their quarantine, they're going to try to put you in some type of a facility, okay? He says, I want people to know we're serious. And Cuomo said about increasing the National Guard's presence. He said that he had also spoken with New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio about increasing the amount of local law enforcement to assist with enforcing the testing requirements. Now, people are going to say, well, yeah, Eric, this is just at the borders. They're just doing this at the borders, to stop people from other states. Stop it. If you truly believe that what they're saying right here isn't going to also be implemented everywhere in the state, you just aren't seeing it correctly. This is just another way how they do it as a step-by-step process. They do it, at the borders first, then it'll be at, your most areas that need it, the hard hit, the targeted areas, and so on and so forth. That's how they do this, okay? It says New York experienced almost 3,000 new CV1 cases on Thursday, the highest total in months. Look at how bad they're going to push this. Yeah, cases of what? Nothing. A faulty PCR test that gives false positives, and even if it is testing positive, it's going to be either the flu or the cold or, any other respiratory virus. Real quick, I have to show you this right here. This was sent to me by one of my subscribers, David from Australia, and I hadn't heard from him a while. He sent me an email, and I am so glad he did, because this right here shows so obvious what they're doing, okay? When it says right here that they're not going to track the flu cases anymore, they're only going to track the COVID cases. Does anybody still think that these are two separate things? They've been blurring the lines with everything. I've been talking about how with the symptoms, they were always blurring the lines with the testing, with the flu vax, then the CV vax. Everything has mixed the two. Not only that, they're now coming out with tests that test for the flu and CV at the same time. Do you think maybe all this is a coincidence, or maybe it's because CV is just another strain of the flu? I mean, people, it's right in front of us. You have to see it. It says, additionally, Philadelphia is considering new restrictions as cases rise in the city. See, this is going to continue to go everywhere, okay? Everything is on the table now. Whoa, right? I had to stop that when I read it the first time. Everything is on the table now. Well, what are you saying? They're not. Look at this. I'll go on. It says, Dr. Thomas Farley said in an interview with local CBS affiliate, he did not provide specifics on which restrictions were being considered. Well, what do you think, right? What do you think they are? We know mandatory testing, mandatory vax. It's coming, okay? Whether if you want to get on a plane, a train, if you want to leave the state, if you want to work at any job, if you want to do anything that you should have the right to do, you are going to have to take not only the test, but definitely the vax. This all comes in with ID 2020. All of this, this technology has been coming, and we've been seeing it coming. Here, let's go through a couple more tabs. I want you to see, how it's just everywhere, how they're getting the National Guard in place. Okay, they already have them everywhere, but now they're starting to bring them out into the streets. That's why I kind of wanted to make this again today, because that was what I'm getting at. Like, I've already been showing you how, they have the National Guard in the areas and they're ready to go. But now they're showing them on the streets more and more, okay? So that's desensitizing people. Oh, look, now they're on the streets. Oh, wow, here they are, over and over again. This is what is going to happen, all right? Look at the National Guard was deployed to streets of Philadelphia amid fears of unrest, and this isn't from before, this is from after the election. This is from the 7th, 3 days ago. All right. They think that the fears of the unrest as votes continue to be counted in the presidential election. Have you guys? I mean, this election right now is the biggest distraction. There is so much going on in the background. Why people are nonstop caught up in who won. Was there fraud? Was there not fraud? On and on. They are doing everything in the background to take away all your rights. You need to see this, all right? It's them against us. It doesn't matter who you support. I'm telling you, please support you and your family. That's what you need to support. They're not going to help you. It doesn't matter which one, Trump or Biden, they both have been pushing the vax. That's simple. You can see that anywhere. So that's why you need to protect your family, because look, when they're putting this stuff out here, amid fears of unrest, so more unrest. Well, yeah, because it was a worst case scenario. It's a lose-lose situation now. Okay, the way that they had this happen. Okay, now for some reason, after all this, Trump somehow wins in court, gets a new election, ends up winning, whatever it is, that is going to make the other side go insane. The riots will be off the walls like they are, but 10 times worse. And what do you think is going to happen right now? If it continues and Biden does hold on like they say he is, they've already, said he is the winner. If that holds on, what do you think the Trump side is going to do? They're going to revolt. I'm not saying they're going to go out and riot, but I'm saying there's going to be nonstop tension, which is going to allow them to bring in more government, more police, more military. So be ready for it. Because it's like I said, this is all over. I mean, look at this one. Look at this. They're burning the American flag. I mean, this is what we've come to. And it's just, it's really, really hard to see how this is going, but we did see it coming, and that's what the sad thing is. Look at, they activated the National Guard after the election-related violence in Portland. So here we go. Look at widespread violent behavior reported by police in Portland prompted a riot declaration and support from the National Guard troops, local officials say. So there you go. They're using all of this to get this government in place, and you know what they're going to be there for. These National Guardsmen are going to be there to implement and distribute the vax. It's coming. They've repeated that it's going to be done that logistically, and I guarantee you they're going to be right there, boots on the ground, going from place to place, ready to give you that vax. Look at New Jersey. Here's New Jersey. More restrictions. This is happening everywhere. And it doesn't matter where you're at. This is worldwide. I'm just showing you the United States right this second. But it is happening ever. What do you know? It's a subscriber exclusive story. Well, I can read the part up here I wanted you to see. It says, New Jersey bars, restaurants must close indoor service by 10 p.m. under the new CV19 restrictions. So here we go. They're going to cripple all these businesses. They're going to cripple everybody that was trying to get back on their feet. This is going to continue to happen. It's going to happen everywhere. Please realize it's leading up into the vax. Now check this out. I found this too. Look at CV. It says China's Sinovac vax trial halted in Brazil. This is from today. Okay? Listen to this. It says the Brazilian clinical trial for the Chinese CV19 vax has been suspended after health authorities reported a severe adverse incident. You think? How many does people still think that this is all safe? I mean, how many times do we have to show, like the South Korea, all the people dying from the flu vax, and what's so sick is, you see this. They're showing right now, right here, telling you that this was a bad, obvious, a severe adverse incident. They had to stop it because, they have to check it. But are they going to stop it in the long run? No, look, they're confident in the safety of the vax. Of course, so they're just going to undo it again. They're just going to start it out again, right? It's so obvious. And now you see them testing on kids. It's just, it's not right. All right? How can any parent allow their child to be a guinea pig, be a test, a test subject, It's just, look at how they're talking. Yep, some think it's risky, others argue it's necessary. Yep, what do you know? Yesterday, Pfizer, the stock market went way up because Pfizer has now put out information their CV19 vax is 90% effective. Do you see how they're controlling your entire life, controlling every aspect of it now? Do you see it? All through a lie? Come on, we have to spread this information because there is no doubt that this is happening everywhere. Oh, check this out too really quick. So here, let me read this to you. It says, active duty Maryland National Guard soldiers trained together during mock mass casualty events from the 6th. What is going on, right? Look at this. Military police. Right? How many times are we going to have these drills and then something happen right after it? You know, I will leave a link to this in the description, so if you want to go through and check out all these, you know, these pictures for yourself, because I'm telling you, when they train like this, we know what's coming. You know, look at this. This comes from Germany, and it says two mopeds were tipped over in front of a light-medium tactical vehicle in the middle of an intersection in Hansfeld, Germany. Role players spotted fake injuries ranging from burns and broken bones to sharp objects sticking out of body parts, and calls for help were made between short breaths as active duty and National Guard soldiers responded to the realistic training scenario. People, do you still think that everything you see on TV on all these shootings is all real? Do you not think that they can fake it? I mean, look at this. The one right there. You got the bone sticking out of his arm, okay? So, like, if you don't think that they can fake all this, make it look the way that it is, just like a movie, you are not seeing the truth, okay? You know, I'm going to leave this in the description, okay? And because I think there might be something coming to this. How many times have we seen the drill and then something follow right after it? So please share this information, and because there's just so much going on. You know, look at Utah National Guard to conduct live fire artillery exercise Tuesday through Thursday. What are they doing, right? What is going on, right? You know, do you think that this isn't all being done and being trained for because they're training for what? Civil unrest, right? Us, the people, we're domestic terrorists. If we don't listen, if we don't follow their rules, get their vax, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to come and try to make us do it. That's why we're going to be prepared. That's why we're going to be ahead of them. That's why we know we have everything planned out with our families to where they are not going to be able to control us. We will not allow them to put us in another vulnerable position to where we cannot go to the areas we want to. You need to be a step ahead. And we can do that. We can do it together. Please, continue to share these videos. Continue to pray. We need prayer right now more than ever. Without my faith, especially with my, you know, the pains that I've been going through, it seems the more I try to put information out, the more I'm trying to be hampered, you know, but it talks about that in the Bible, you know, when you're trying to speak the word and spread God's word, that you will be, you know, attacked, you know, at least, you know, other forces, let's put it that way, will be trying to do everything they can to stop you, you know. Is that this? I don't know. I just know that that's the way it seems right now. But this is the reason why I can keep going, because my faith is stronger than anything that, you know, the evil can do to me. So we're in this together. We're going to be in this together. We're going to stay in this together. Everybody, tell your family, share information, make sure they know as much as they can, see what we can do to stop these people from getting this vax, because not only is it going to be very, very dangerous, we also know it's going to be DNA manipulating. So, I mean, these vaxes truly are going to change people. So, everybody, stay safe, stay strong. We'll talk to you real soon. God bless.